This Greek podcast. We're at New York Prime. Of course, where else would be? And we're always sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter, and West Palm Beach. Your next new car should be there. It's a great driving experience, a great experience buying a new car. Of course, we want to thank 50 States Vodka. This gentleman I heard Saturday night, I met his daughter, is a big fan of the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
The girl came up to my table. She said, my dad watches it every week. Of course, I said, your dad must have nothing to do if he's watching this.
Well, he gave us a quarter of a bottle of vodka.
50 states. It must be pretty good. It's empty.
Pretty good. There's only 12 and a half states left.
All right, so last week we did the show, and you were talking to me, and you were saying stuff, and a lot of people responded to me about you liked the shirt that I had on, so I had to go out and buy you a shirt. It's blue. It's not white.
Oh, that's awesome.
You,
You bought me a 2XL just in case I put weight on. I appreciate that.
well, you got to do it. I'm an XL.
Are you an XL?
Yeah.
This is an XL.
I figured 2XL.
No, I mean,
I
these
figured
shoulders.
we're good. There you go. Don't
All
worry
right,
about it.
thank you, buddy.
Right there. See, that's what I do, Greek. I make things happen.
You want to know the funny thing is?
You
After our show,
You bought one.
I bought two.
Really?
I went right on to Under Armour.
You did?
And
I
when they're not a
agree with that.
sponsor, although they should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Under Armour should sponsor the show.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
going to call them.
We got a big sponsors. We got
Yeah,
Brayman.
no, we have
We're happy.
Brayman. I mean, we got Brayman.
We don't need anybody else. We're happy. We got New York Prime.
I think if I buy a new BMW from Brayman,
They might.
they'll buy me an Under Armour shirt.
They definitely
And I'm
should.
going next week.
So you bought it on door? Did you really?
I did. I bought two of them.
Long sleeve shirt.
I bought two. Actually, I bought three. I bought one short sleeve and two long sleeve.
Oh my God.
And I'm having them embroidered socks.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
because I wear them out in the field.
Oh my God.
You know, the
And now
boots,
you got
the-
this, Phil.
yeah, this
See,
is
and
a
I
nice
went
one.
to Dick's
That's
Sporting
high-end.
Goods, and I went and got you that. I said, oh, I got to do it.
Thanks. I brought you a cigar.
Oh, thanks, Lance.
I did. You gave it back to me. It's
don't
not
want
good enough for him.
I don't want the cigar.
It's only what I smoke.
That's only what he smokes. He's good for that. All right, so what is going on with the dysfunction of Boca Raton, Florida, and the New York Jets?
And the Jets.
And the Jets. I mean, what the hell's going on? Adam Gase, son,
Gase, he
at the
hates,
Causeway.
clearly
Bada
hates
bing, bing,
money.
bing.
Clearly he hates money.
Oh, my God.
Fired Mac. Fired the recruiter, Don Carn, whatever that his name is.
Oh, my God.
He's, you know, like.
And he said he had nothing to
Thank
do
God
with
I
it.
only paid you half of the bet.
Oh, don't swear. I'm not even thinking about it anymore.
You're taking the other half.
It's done. That's toast.
Hold on.
I'm not getting that. It's
Hold
done.
on. Let me see what I
Forget
got.
about it. Adam Gase, like I said, he had nothing. I told you I
Oh
was going to
my
get it.
God.
He had nothing to do with the firing. Like the iceberg had nothing to do with the Titanic. What a backstabbing. The
Ridiculous.
Lakers, the Jets, all these guys.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
I mean, look, we still. I mean,
They're
look.
like
they-
little girls in high school.
But they were talking about at the OTAs, you know, that Darnold was getting some good rep time with, you know, with Anderson and Crowder and Bell. And I mean, he's like the news from the field is that the guys are gelling, and I think the Jets are used to a disaster up front.
Oh, they have been.
You know, and B, I think they just want to win. Like they know, like the guys on the field know that they have the ingredients. That being said, they still got to be coached well.
Yeah.
They still need, you know, I mean, the OC is, whatever, you know.
Williams is a good defense coach.
No, Williams is a great he's a great defensive coach.
They
But
got Mosley.
but-
They got a good
Yep.
grade on the draft. And Adam Gase is just screwing us up again.
they got a
like
little
he did in
problem at
Miami.
center. Although Darnold says he's working with what's his name? Not Williams.
I'm not sure.
I forgot the center's name, but they were, you know, there were a bunch of Jet fans that were upset with the fact that they passed on a pretty decent center,
Yep.
you know, on the,
But they
on the
got a
free
good
agency.
draft. They got a
No,
good
they've
draft.
got we've got a good. We had a great draft.
And the free agents. And then this whole stuff starts with Adam Gase. I think he sucks. The most important thing is always the Bible. The New York Post.
The Post, not
The
page
Bible.
6, the sports section.
So what we got here are the lines.
I haven't
for the
even looked
Jets.
at this. I haven't looked at this.
And we're going to open up with a couple of lines for the game.
You're gonna ask me what I think the line's gonna be.
Okay.
All right.
Open up against the Bills, and they're playing the Bills. What do you think?
And
the
they're
line-
playing in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think the Jets are
Oh,
gonna.
no, the Jets are home opening week. I'm sorry.
Oh, their home openers week 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were playing. Okay, so against the Bills, I'm gonna say they're laying 2.5.
3.5.
All right.
Who do you like?
I like the Jets.
Well, this is going to be real uneasy. Next week, they play the Browns,
Monday night.
and they're home.
Yeah, and they got to be probably getting 2.
It's a pick.
Wow. Tough call. I got to go with the Jets. All right, so we're 2-0 in week 2. Go ahead.
Week 3,
Yeah.
they're at the Patriots.
No, they got to be getting 6.5.
They're getting 10.
10? I'm teasing them with week 1 and 2. Okay, so here's my prediction. If they go 2-0 and they go into New England
Yeah.
week 3, that line moves to 6.5.
Ooh, it's a big drop.
If they're 2-0
Yeah.
going into week 3
They may.
against New England, and assuming that New England is also 2-0, that's going to move down to a number like it's probably going to be 7.5. It won't be 6.5. It won't be below the hook. And I say they lose the game.
I tell you, looking over the Jets' schedule, it's not as bad
It's
as I
not
thought.
horrible.
No, it's hard.
Week 4.
Yeah, week 4, they got the Eagles. They're at Eagles.
It's a tough game. It's a brutal game.
Yeah.
It's an out-of-conference game. The Super Bowl champions, previous. They probably lose that game. That makes them 2-2.
They're getting 7.5. Then they go to Dallas. They're home.
And they're probably a 1.5 to Dallas.
Yeah, you're right. Dallas is 2.
Yeah, they probably win the
The
game
good
at
thing
home.
with the Jets is they finish with the Patriots in week 7.
Right.
They play the Patriots
done.
again. They're home.
Right.
And they're getting 4.5.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at the schedule. I think they could, tough game against the Jaguars.
What do we need? We need 7.
Yeah, 7.
Right? We need 7.
A push.
7's a push.
And we don't care. We want
All right, let me look at it real quick.
It's interesting.
All right.
Again, we got the Jet lines, you got the Giant lines. All the lines are out in the NFL. The Patriots are supposedly 15 out of 16 games. They are going to be favored. Jules Edelman, one of my favorite guys, because I had him 33-1 in the Super Bowl to win the MVP. He signed a 2-year deal today for $20 million, which is nice. I think he got $8 million guaranteed signing bonus, $12 million guaranteed, which is nice. You see anything else here?
Yeah.
You like?
I'm 9-7.
You're 9-7.
I'm 9-7 conservatively.
But what about the point spread?
Forget the point spread. I'm looking at the W's and the L's.
97.
Yeah, I'm taking
Last
the points all
year,
the
he
way
told me
through.
the same thing. I don't want to tell you what
I was
happened.
wrong last year.
Yeah.
Ask my wife in 28 years. I was wrong. What? Twice.
Twice.
You can call her and ask her.
Twice.
Call her. Everyone call her. She loves
It's
that.
so unbelievable. I go out and get him a shirt, and he goes and buys 3.
Yeah,
He
you
can
brought
call
me-
me. Say, hey, I got a couple. Don't worry about it. I felt like I was a good friend. Here I am going out, going to get him a shirt. I go into Dick's Sporting Goods. I didn't even know what kind of store it was. I'm thinking something else. Oh, here we go. Here, this is live, baby. This is live. Oh, my God.
Will you settle for 9?
I'll settle for 5. Oh, my God. Look at this, baby.
Can you cash a check?
This is big. Oh my God! So this check for what? 85,000? Look at this check. Unbelievable. This guy's got more money than God. Oh God.
Paid.
Paid. He's paid. Now the Lakers. The Lakers have some problems.
Right, Magic.
I don't know how familiar you are with it. Magic Johnson quit his job as a GM. He said the other GM, they were sharing, Rob Polanski, whatever the hell his name is, was knifing him in the back. I think he was banging Jeannie Buss. That's what I think. That's my call on it. People say I'm crazy. But again, all these guys, it seems like there's so much politics. Talking about fake news.
Politics and power.
Who do you trust? I mean, like we just talked about the Jets. It's millions and the power and the Eagles. Does a GM have to get along with the
head coach? No.
No?
No. Not if your owner is the chairman of the board sitting at the table saying, you do your job, and I'll run interference.
All right, you had your own business many times and still do. You have 2 good workers. Let's just say 2 good bartenders.
Oh, I've had this happen a million times. Go ahead.
All right, but I'm just saying. I'm making it common.
2 good people who don't get along.
Okay, what do you do?
This recently happened.
Yeah.
I moved one to another location.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you don't say, hey.
And by the way, there was a lot more behind it. I basically said to both of them, neither of you are wrong, right? Because perception is reality, and the reality is you guys don't get along. You have 2 different styles, and it was basically 2 assistant managers. You have
Male
2
and
different
female or
styles.
female and female?
It was a male and female, but
Anything
it
going
didn't.
on them?
It's irrelevant.
Oh no, it's relevant, baby. It's relevant. If there's something going on, that adds cash to the pot, baby.
There
You
might-
cannot tell the story.
There might have been something going
Oh,
on.
there it is. The Greek podcast. There it is. I nailed that one. 50 states. It doesn't change in all 50 states. If there's something going on, it changes it.
So what I said was,
Don't like that scenario.
what I said was, you 2 decide who's going, or I'm going to decide who's going.
Yeah.
And if I decide, the other person doesn't get to say, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I said, so you 2 figure it out, and they figured it out.
Of course they did.
Yeah, because they both want their jobs, they're both getting paid well, and
Okay, so you're the owner of the team. Just
Yeah.
pretend you own the New York Jets.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a coach that you like, and you have a GM that you like. What does happen? Like,
Well,
if you
first of all,
constantly-
Johnson is not an active owner.
He's like, where, in
He's
Israel?
He's Israel. He's in Zanzibar. I don't know what he's doing.
Zanzibar? Was he
He's not
Billy
even allowed.
Joel?
Yeah, he's not even. Great song. He's not even allowed. Like from what I understand,
Yeah.
from what I've read, he's not even allowed to get involved in like team activities.
Why?
He's an owner from a distance.
Oh, God.
Because he's nuts. I mean, what do I know? He's. But no, I mean, but if I were, I mean, look, go Jerry Jones, right?
Oh, he's hands-on.
Look, I mean, and Bob Kraft.
Another.
Right? He's hands-on, he's hands-off, he's hands-on,
He's
he's
not
hands-off.
as much. He's not that easy.
No, but I mean, but look, I mean, look. Let's look at owners that are involved. Owners that are involved are going to sit down and say, look, you're productive, and I'm going to sit in the middle, and I'm going to make sure that you're not going to deal with each other. You do your job.
Yeah.
Right? The general manager has nothing to do with the coaching of the team. The coach of the team has nothing to do with the general management, which is basically financial, political, and the only thing it has to do with is.
Well, you're signing players.
Well, no, you're right. No. You're
Free
negotiating
agents.
deals, so
Yeah.
you are going to bump heads with the coach when the coach says, I would pay anything for this player.
Yeah.
And the general manager says, it's not in the cap and I'm not wasting my money on him.
I go through it iHeart. If I want to hire somebody or somebody I like, they'll say no, or this person's not worth it, and then I fight for the person.
Right.
And I mean, in a sense of, and you're gonna.
It's an imperfect world. There's
No.
egos. There's
Yeah.
dollars,
Yeah,
right?
sure. There's all things.
But if you are the GM, right, and the coach has the ability to oust you through pressure,
Yeah.
you got to play ball. You know.
The GM, I believe, the
I
coach,
think they're even in hierarchy.
Well, no, GM oversees the boss. I mean, the coach. I mean, as far as the level with the NFL, but the coach can go into the GM's world.
Correct.
More than the GM
Can go into the coach world, exactly.
Yeah, because he can go, I don't want to sign him, or why we drafted
Right.
him. But if it's 33,
And he can
goes
go.
to pass.
All right, so the coach can go above the GM and say it's him or me,
Yeah.
and I can do his job.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the yes, obviously in the hierarchy and the cap table, the structure of the team. But like you said, I mean, the coach can say, I can be the interim GM.
Yeah.
Once we're beyond the financial aspects of the preseason season,
Yeah.
his job is easy.
Oh, yeah.
My job's difficult.
Yeah, the GM's not going to, if it's 3rd and 3.
By the
say,
way,
hey,
for any GMs out there that are watching, I don't think your job is easy, but I'm just saying from a coach's standpoint,
Well, you
the
got
coach
the
thinks
money.
he can do his job.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, is it's 3rd and 3 and you call pass. The GM might have an opinion, but he's
Right.
not calling down there.
Correct.
But I'm saying with the draft, you see all the coaches involved. Hey, you know, I mean, I want the coach involved. Hey, I'm going to grab this quarterback.
course you want the coach
And if the
involved.
coach says, no, I don't want him.
Because
you
the
hear that.
scouts work for the coach.
That's it. Everybody works together.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
It's a
the bottom
circle.
line.
It's a circle.
So, sir, but we,
Right.
as a Jet fan, are you embarrassed?
I'm not. It's not that I'm embarrassed. I'm just I'm disgusted again.
Yeah, and the season didn't start.
Right, and
now
he-
you
right,
ready
like
to-
give us a chance.
Yeah.
You know, and to the young kids like Darnell, right? I mean, like he's coming in healthy. It's a sophomore year.
Yeah.
He's got some time with Anderson and the boys and he's like, okay, now I got Bell and I got Williamson. He's got talent. And then he's like, but the guys in the office are fighting with each other.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not good.
Any truth to Darnold doing a rap song with Bell?
No, no, McMahon shut that down years ago.
They're not doing
Was that
it.
the 84 Bears?
86.
86 Bears?
No, it wasn't. It is the Greek podcast. We're at New York Prime. Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter, West Palm Beach. Make Zero your next new car is there. It'll be a great experience. No matter what they have, you will be happy. It is New York Prime. We'll be back with Ryan. He's paid Jets over 7. Wow. Now, God willing, we'll do this podcast in January, the first week, and he will get this back and some more. We hope for the best. Remember, we're a team. Miami Marlins, want to thank them. They sent me my jersey today. Had a meeting with
Show
them.
them the back.
The back says Greek. Very cool.
There it is.
940 wins. Thank you so much. And again, you're probably saying, this kid's on 2 stations? What's wrong with them? It is iHeartMedia. We love you. It's a Greek podcast. We'll be back soon. Peace.
Brayman cares by supporting our community, gifting 2 BMWs to the Teacher and Employee of the Year once again. Yes, Brayman cares.
Enjoy exceptional BMW offers during our Spring is in Full Swing sales event at Brayman BMW, West Palm Beach and Jupiter. BraymanBMW.com.
Brayman cares in supporting our community and donating 2,800 meals this month to Feeding South Florida. Yes, Brayman cares.
Enjoy exceptional offers of up to $3,000 during our Spring is in Full Swing sales event. BraymanMini.com, West Palm Beach.
It is the Greek Podcast. You never know what we're going to talk about here. This is my boy Ryan, one of my best friends, no doubt about it. He's my boy. Got him a shirt, and then he goes out and buys 3. I'm a little upset about that, but that's okay.
I was impressed with your wardrobe.
Yeah, you always are. You're always very complimentary. This is a Greek Podcast sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Jupiter, West Palm Beach. Remember, your next new car, go there. It'll be a great experience. New York Prime. Hey, Father's Day is coming around. Bring your dad here. It's a great time. You'll have a good time. I was here Saturday night. 50 States Vodka. I got to meet the CEO's daughter. She stopped over, said hi to us. Very nice girl. And she was like, hey, my dad watched your podcast. I said, wow, he must have nothing to do. I thought she was going to tell me your father was maybe locked up or something. I go, you watching our podcast? He must have nothing to do.
And his celly was watching it.
What the hell? 50 states.
Where's it made?
No, I think Carolina.
It says in the USA.
Oh, it is.
It says made in the USA.
I thought she told me Carolina.
Oh, on the front.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it say made in the USA right there?
Yeah, it does.
All
But
right.
I'm thinking Carolina.
My Field and Stream shirt is made in the USA.
Nice.
Not.
Don't re-gift that.
No, I'm gonna put it
That's
on in a minute.
Sea Caucus. Sea Caucus.
That is
Patterson Pike Road.
Harmon Square. Harmon Cove.
It costs them $4 to make it. They charge $39. But if you got a coupon at Dick's, you're gonna. So I go to Dick's the other day to buy your shirt. So what I was doing, it was so fun. This is the story of life. Because this reminds me of you. And when I see things, I think of you. I crack up. So I want to get like a big tube for the pool. Right? So I go to this girl. I go to this guy first of all. I said, hey, there's a nice tube here. It's 48 inches. Can you guys blow it up? He goes, we don't do that. Well, he goes, you buy it here, you take it to a local place. I go, okay. So a girl walks by and she goes, what were you just asking him? And I didn't know she worked there. And I'm like, is she cussing? I go, I want to see if she can blow it up. And he goes, oh, she goes, we blow it up in the back. She goes, what did he tell you? I go, he just told me you don't blow it up.
Out.
She's the manager. She goes, I'm the assistant manager.
Bus, meet.
She goes, we'll blow it up for you, no problem. She goes, again, you're buying it. What are you going to do with it? I said, yeah. I said, because I'm not going to buy it because I don't want to go someplace else.
Right.
So I get it. I'm happy. And again, it's the story of life, I said to my friend.
Did she give him the look of death at least?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
she
okay,
was
good.
But it's a story of life where one person says no, one person says yes.
Right.
It depends who you get. Now, Greek 101, how smart am I? I walk out to the car, baller, bop-ba-da-beep, ba-da-beep, ba-da-bop, the Mercedes.
Get the thing in the car.
I can't get in the car. Oh my God!
Bungees to the top.
I lift up my trunk.
Like Clark Griswold, he's got it on the mattress
I
on
lift
the.
up my trunk. So I'm trying to stick it in my thing.
Right.
Stick it in. So finally I get it in, and I'm driving like this. Right? I'm driving it broke like this. And I said to myself, I don't know why it popped in my head. I said, imagine if this thing pops, because it was stuck. I want to die. Like, imagine dying like that. The balloon dies, it's all over again.
Man killed from exploding pool toy.
That's it, pool toy.
Oh, God.
Everything for everybody. I'm always trying to help society. So that's what it's about. This week, Ben went on radio station in Pittsburgh. I love Big Ben. I really do. But he went on and he sort of went after a couple guys. And,
We're going to get, hold on, we're going to get something to eat real quick.
yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. What's up, Scotty?
Gentlemen?
Yeah,
If you want
some-
anything,
Whatever you want. You want me to order something? Like a
You don't have much time.
Uber food or something?
got any like bread and
garlic,
cheese,
shrimp,
and
and
ham,
bread.
salami, something
Get 'em
like
in.
that?
Sorry, we're back. We're back. Don't edit that out. We're gonna get some garlic shrimp and bread
That's it.
from
It's all
Scotty.
good. You're a player. So anyway, my boy,
Right,
people
Big
are
Ben.
like, Big Ben.
Where was I?
He went on the radio and he smashed Antonio Brown a couple
Yeah.
times. Antonio Brown I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just
Right.
not. If you're not happy with me, because it is tough.
Come to me privately and let's hash it out.
Yeah. So now he apologizes.
Right.
I think what happened was, no offense, I think Big Ben went to the mini camp and said, "Who the hell do I got?"
Right.
So now he apologizes.
Right. Can't
says I was
can't
a little-
unring the bell.
Yeah, he goes, I was a little too hard on him. AB calls him, he tweets back, you're two-faced. It's like 6th grade. All these stories.
Right.
And there's millions of dollars.
And it's all in the public view because
Yeah.
it's all social.
But that's my point. It's like you're in 6th grade playing Little League. The
Right.
Lakers, the Jets, Big Ben, AB. I mean, everybody I mentioned is making millions.
Yeah.
And it shows you how life doesn't change with just nickel and dime stuff. And everybody's bitching about everybody. Nobody's happy. You can't say anything. And you should really think, like, when you are saying something today. But it does show you how much infighting can go on and affect the end result.
Right.
Which we talk about.
And we also, I think we probably also hear certain regional stuff, right? So
Yeah.
being in South Florida,
Yeah.
you're going to hear I-95 and I-75 corridor stuff.
Yeah.
In was it RFK, where the Redskins playing RFK,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? They're hearing, like, because I was just thinking to myself while you were talking, I'm like, you never really hear anything about the Redskins.
Yeah.
You never really hear anything about the
No.
Chargers. Like, you don't hear about stuff that's outside of your
No.
zone.
Unless
We
it's
hear
big.
about Jets, Giants, Dolphins, New England.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah, yeah.
Cleveland. It's the corridor.
Yeah,
So,
that's what you definitely end up doing.
yeah.
That stuff, though, to me, like the Big Ben stuff and stuff like the Jets, that's also nationwide.
It is
Like
nationwide.
the Jets story went all over the place.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
because-
because it was a bad story.
Nobody can. They set their winning lottery ticket on fire to light a cigar. I mean, it's just a stupid.
All right, Donald Trump
Stupid.
Jr. said he
Yeah.
may run for mayor of New York City. Did you hear this?
I did not hear this.
Yes.
I was away. I just got back yesterday, by the way.
You spent my money.
No. It was my daughter's graduation.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did she have a party?
Yeah, well, we had our family party yesterday. It was on a little horse, and then next week we're having like her friend's party at my house, which you're invited
I
to.
know, I gotta remember. I
Dingbat.
just
Yeah,
I missed.
I was gonna say you're
We gotta
going.
give 100 back.
Give her a dime.
She's
She's an impressive kid. It's my firstborn.
Oh my God, I just thought-
Give my little one $20.
I love your daughter. The little one. Oh my God, last morning
She's
I
awesome.
she was great.
She's awesome. What do you want? She's like, what do you want to drink, Greek?
Oh, yeah. She said to me, "You want a good parking spot? $40." I went, "What?"
That's my daughter. That's my baby.
Oh my God! I just thought we forgot to party. I'm like, "Oh my God!" I felt so
No. It's
bad.
next week.
So what were we talking about? I totally forgot.
No.
You got me off track.
Yeah, let me tape your thing up here. No, we were talking about East Coast stuff versus non-East
Oh
Coast
yeah,
stuff
so
and
it's
Big
just
Ben.
local stuff.
Yeah,
but some of the stories are huge.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was asking you what Donald
Oh,
Trump.
Donald Trump Jr. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now again, he's dating that girl that was on Fox.
Yes.
And he left her his wife.
Yep.
And then he had that other problem, so he's been cheating for years.
Yep.
No problem, whatever you want to do. Now that new girl's pretty hot. Now, do you think I think he wins if he runs for mayor.
New York City. He's obviously running as a Republican. If he ran, what's interesting, like, he can run as an independent because that would screw up the Trump brand. Would
Yeah, he would run
could
independent.
he win? It depends on who he was running against. You know,
That other guy got voted in too, Donald Bass or whatever. He
He's a
sucks.
schmuck.
He's a schmuck. I
yeah.
think Trump wins.
I
hands
think
down.
Trump can win.
I think Trump
Yeah,
will
why
sure.
not? Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
I,
in.
mean, I think he wins. I just do. I mean, I had the father 4-1 a couple years ago. I mean, I don't know if
In
that's
London,
gonna happen.
right?
Yeah. I don't know if
London,
that's gonna happen
yeah.
again. But
to be clear, he flew to London, made the bet legally, flew back when he won, got on a plane,
and came back.
and came back.
I could also have a beard, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Actually, the Queen put in $2 for me.
Beard. The Queen's my beard.
I call her out. She's like, "Greek, I can't keep doing this for you. You got to find other people." I lost big on the name of the kid. What was the kid's name? Andrew or Herbert or whatever.
Oh, you're talking about the
people
Florida
betting
guy?
on that. Yeah, with people betting in London.
Yeah.
I'm on the name. I
Right.
mean, how big of a degenerate?
McCullum,
you
or was it McCullum or something?
It was Archie. It was Archie.
Archie.
It was Archie was. How bad you got to be? Hello.
Oh, hi.
How bad you got to be if you're betting on the name?
Do you
of
like
kid?
the name Archie of the new prince to be in England?
Yes.
Yeah, you like Archie?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, give thumbs up.
See, I'll
Yeah.
up to Archie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy with Archie.
Archie?
I would be happy. Could you, if you wanted, could you change your name if you wanted to? Like,
Not,
if you wanted to,
not
would
if
you
you're
change it?
royalty.
No, but I'm saying, would you?
Would I?
And now,
No,
Ryan, would you
I like
change it?
Ryan.
You
It's
like
all right.
it? I
It's
like
solid. I like Greek. I mean, you know.
I mean, it's
I like my
odd.
middle name, actually. I actually thought about using my middle name at one point when I was young.
What was that?
My middle name is Gregory.
Gregory.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I like the name Gregory.
Ah, nice.
I think I was watching, what was the one with Mikhail Perezhnikov and Gregory Hines Jr., the dancing movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Gregory, that's a good name. I'm like, I have that name. I own that name.
How
I
about
could
my
use that.
gambling name, Hollywood? My coach. Hollywood for Tony.
Right. Collect call. Collect call from pick me up at the park. I'm done.
Go get me.
Come get me.
Again, I told people stories they don't realize. Years ago, I used to go to Chase Manhattan Midtown and get $300 worth of quarters for the weekend.
Yeah.
Sports phone.
Yeah.
I mean, you walked
Sports page,
around.
beepers.
Put the thing in.
Absolutely.
You would get a call like, every 2 minutes. You call back, and then you would slam it.
And it was
the same update.
and it was hard. And the funniest thing was that pay phones in Manhattan actually had incoming phone numbers.
Yeah.
So if someone was in your phone and you were expected to call, you're like, "Hey, buddy, beat it!
Get out!
It's mine. Go up to 53rd Street.
Yeah.
It's my phone booth."
Years ago, we were
Beat
in a
it.
restaurant, and my buddy threw Mary Tyler Moore off a payphone. I'll never forget. I wanted to bet the Rangers, and she was on the phone downstairs. So I had a nice restaurant, Nello's, great place,
Oh, yeah,
62nd
sure.
and Madison.
Yeah.
We used to
I
hang
lived down
there,
the street.
and he goes downstairs to bet the Rangers, and I didn't know anything. It was upstairs, downstairs, and I saw her walking upstairs, very upset. And I
Right.
said, "Oh my God, Mary Tyler Moore." I mean, she was stunning. She
was,
was in
yeah.
her six. I mean,
Yeah.
very classy, elegant. I hear her, and all of a sudden I see my boy Keith walk up, and I'm like, "What the hell happened?" He goes, "I just put the Rangers in." I go, "Did you do anything with her?" He goes, "I threw off the phone." I go, "What do you mean you threw off the phone?" He goes, "I asked her nicely. She said no, so I hung up. I said, your call's over." He goes, "I got to put a Ranger bet in. I'll be 2 minutes. You get back on the phone." He goes, "She got
Here's
to
a quarter.
He says to me, "Who was that?" I said, "Mary Tyler Moore." I told the story. He goes, who's she with? I said, CBS.
You win.
CBS. Needless to say, we got thrown out.
Who's she with?
I swear to God, he said to me, who's she with? I said, CBS. He had no clue who she was.
She's with Meatballs. No, she's with CBS.
I'm like, what are you, crazy? She's with the
my
Gambinos.
God.
I mean, what do you mean, who's she
That's
with? He goes, I asked her twice nicely. Then I went up and I just hung the phone. I said, I need the phone for 2 minutes. I'll get right back to you. He said, man, she was pissed. She stormed up. I said, I was Mary Tyler Moore. Is there something wrong with you? You can't do that. Honest to
funny.
God,
That's
true
funny
story.
stuff.
Craziness always in the Greek podcast. We appreciate you listening. Remember, it's Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. It's not worth it. Even if Uber is ripping people off, like they said, and Lyft, charging people
Let
more.
'em.
Let them. It's not worth it. Your health is more important. Ryan, my boy, again, congratulations on
Thank
your
you, brother.
daughter.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy your gift.
Thank you very much.
It was definitely worth the G-note. There's no doubt. My mic's falling off. I want to thank the Marlins, Braman Motor Cars, Jupiter West Palm Beach, of course, New York Prime. And remember, we got Bruno Mars in the back. We're going to talk about him next time. He lost $7 million at the MGM. Is it true? We'll see what happens. Peace.
We have over 100 Porsches out of the sun and rain in our 6-story parking garage.
So it's easy to find your dream car at Porsche West Palm Beach.
Porsche West Palm Beach, the #1 Porsche certified pre-owned center with the largest selection in Florida. Visit BraemanPorsche.com.
It's easy to find your dream car at Porsche West Palm Beach.
We have over 100 Porsches out of the sun and rain in our 6-story parking garage.
Porsche West Palm Beach, the #1 Porsche certified pre-owned center with the largest selection in Florida. Visit BraemanPorsche.com.